For 700 years, Shetland was ruled by Norway, and there's a lot in evidence to this day to that fact. A lot of the some of the place names and a lot of the street names are Norwegian. For example, you've got King Harold Street, King Haakon Street, St Olaf Street, and also Lerwick is from the Norwegian word Lervik, which means muddy bay. The Old Norn was spoken in Shetland up until the 18th century, which of course is the Old Norse language. And then we've got the Norwegian boats. You kind of about that, John?
Yeah, the Shetland model boats, we have them, been here for years. They all have their same construction, clinker built boats, the same number of boards in the boat, the same names for the boards, Tafts, Telfers, Hamley-band, Cabe, Henny-spot, it's all exactly right back, can't be denied as Norwegian.
No, so there's a lot of connections.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got strong connections to Norway to this day. On the 17th of May, which is the Norwegian National Day, you'll see quite a few Norwegian flags being flown up here in Shetland. During the war, we had the resistance movement where the men came across in boats to Norway to Shetland.
The Shetland bus that ran more as 200 missions in the black dark in the winter for the heat to go into the darkness. There were many men lost. There were 44 men lost, I believe, and 10 boats on the missions. And they ran out of Luna, which is on the east coast, but eventually they got better vessels and they ended up in Scalva. And the slip there is named after Prince Olaf, I believe.
Yeah, and also, of course, we have the Uphelly Festival, which is where the men dress up as Vikings and they carry torches and they end up burning a Viking galley. So that's a big tradition here in Shetland. And as far as Scotland goes, I don't think that the Shetland folk are typically Scottish. We've got our own dialect, which has got some Scottish words right enough, but it's also got a lot of Norwegian words in our language. And we're as near to Norway as what we are to Edinburgh, which is the capital of Scotland. So yeah, plus the fact we didn't vote for the Scottish National Party. I mean, Shetland independence has been spoken about over the years, but I don't think the majority of Shetlanders wants to see an independent Scotland and be part of that independent Scotland. But what's going on in Shetland at the moment is absolute devastation. There's a huge wind farm being built which consists of 103 turbines, and this has been built on our peat, which we are keen is one of the planet's best carbon stores. It's absolutely devastating for everybody, and particularly the folk that are having to live in the shadow of it and witnessing what's going on every day. And the unfortunate thing is that our local council seem to be encouraging this destruction. There's approximately 65 miles of road going to be built over our hills, and some of that roads is going to be 10 metres wide, and this is all going to be left in place after this development is finished, along with the turbine bases, which is tons and tons of concrete to be left in our hills. So what damage that's going to do for future generations remains to be seen, but what a terrible legacy we're leaving to our future generations.
Yes, we're aware of another wind farm being proposed by a Norwegian company, Statkraft. That's going to be 23 turbines, and by all accounts to be built on an area, pristine bog that I have actually walked on, and it's just going to devastate the place.
And isn't it supposed to be one of the best examples
Absolutely, yeah. For
of wildness?
right-throated
Yeah.
divers up there and various other wading and birds. So it's going to be a disaster again.
We're very grateful and humbled by the attention and support that we've gotten so far from our Norwegian neighbours, because I don't think we can fight this battle on our own, especially since our own local council seems to be encouraging it all the way. So any expertise that you can give us is very welcome, because we're aware that you've had your own battles in the past, so you have got the experience that we've not got.
We had to practice it. Tusen takk for hjelpen.
Tusen
Tusen
takk
takk
for hjelpen. Tusen takk for hjelpen.
Tusen takk for hjelpen. Hjelp, hjelp, hjelp.